YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how I like to set up my altar. So first I like to just rub it, kind of clean it with my hand. And I know some people like to use a special water or oil. I like to use my hand because I'm infusing my own energy into the altar and cleaning it at the same time. So when I'm done with that, oh, and by the way, this is on a dresser, chest of drawers, so it's great because I keep everything in the top drawer. But anyways, I lay down my altar cloth, which I made at a camp one year. See it? So, lay this down. And then I like to use a candle to represent the connection between me and the magical world. Okay. And I'm going to start off by setting up the God side so you can see it. So I start off with my God candle holder. My God candle. It's actually dipped beeswax, and I prefer to use yellow. I know some people use black or white, but I use yellow because God is represented by the sun, so that's why I use yellow. Then I put on my God representation. It's just a little plastic reindeer I got for Christmas. Poops out jelly beans, but I use it because horns. So I put that right next to the candle. And then I'm going to put out my wand. Believe it or not, I actually found this stick the way it is. And then put out my incense holder. And I know some people prefer like the round ones. I like this better because stick incense is easier to find. Then I put out my bowl of salt. And another thing I like to put on my altar is money, a green candle, and change. I got this idea from Mom Calls Me Sherry. She's a great person to get videos on Wicca from. I would recommend her to everybody, new or old, to Wicca. So I just like to do that. I know she puts a Buddha, but I don't have one of those. Then I also like to put a little illuminator candle right here. Now I'm going to set up my pentacle. This is just a piece of cardboard I cut out. So my air representation, my altar is facing west. So that's why I put the things where I do. My air representation, a little bird figurine. Earth representation I like to put in the west because I live on the east coast, so the Rocky Mountains and all the Great Plains is all west of me, so I like to put that there. I put my water representation towards the east because the Atlantic Ocean is over there, and put my fire representation in the south. Self-explanatory. Now another thing I saw that Mom Calls Me Sherry did, she put stones around the pentacle. I have a rose quartz. I know hers were much bigger, but I just like the little ones. A citrine, however you say it, and an amethyst. Oh, I forgot something. This is my athame, athame, however you say it. I got this at a Highland Games. I know it's not double-sided, not a black handle, but a lot. I would recommend going to Highland Games for anybody, because they have a whole bunch of Celtic stuff there, which I know, Celtic paganism, so I recommend going to those. So I think that's everything on the God side of the altar. Now, in front of my candle, representing the connection between me and the magical world, I like to put this polar bear, because the polar bear is my totem animal. I like to put a piece of moonstone, because that is one of June's birthstones, and I put it there because my sister and my best friend were born in June. I put a teeny weeny ruby, because it's one of December's, and my mother and my sister and my other sister were born in December. Then I put an amethyst for February, because my other sister and my best friend were born then. I'm going to get a sapphire soon, because I was born in September, my dad was born in September, my best friend was born in September. So I'm going to get one of those soon. And now we're moving on to the goddess side. I have another candle holder. I got these candle holders at an antique shop. $5 for the set. They came with a set of white candles. Perfect. So, and I like to use white for the goddess because of the moon. And I have my goddess representation, a chicken, because it represents fertility. And my aunt gave this to me for Easter, which I do not celebrate, but oh, gotta scooch it over a tad. I'm like OCD, so everything's gotta be perfect. So sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Now I put on my mortar and pestle. Made this when I was in 6th grade. Put out an illuminator candle. Oh, and also my altar is constantly growing. I'm always getting new stuff. So I might get a new mortar and pestle soon, because I was at a store today at the mall. They had some, but I didn't have enough money for one. So I'm saving up. My chalice, which I got for 10 cents at a garage sale. Great deal. And I always like to have my chalice full to represent having all that I need. So just use water from a water bottle. And then I put out my bowl of water, and I just have some rainwater that I collected and ran through a coffee filter. So I just pour that in there. And for my bowls of salt and water, I just use little custard cups. So they don't have to be too expensive. Nothing here has to be expensive. And then I put out my bell. As I said, my altar is constantly expanding, so I'm going to replace that too. And last but not least, I just got this today. My cauldron. It is honestly amazing. It was worth the $30 in my opinion. It's got this little symbol. I have no idea what it means, but I still like it. I think it might be Irish. So, and I put that right there. Yeah, I think that's it. So that is my altar. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will post a new video soon of my witchy things, so that might take a while, but anyways, thank you for watching, and blessed be.